All right. Hey, I am just testing out live stream for the first time on YouTube. So I'm just going to be clicking around, not really expecting a ton of people to be on here. Um, but it has been a while. So I feel like while I'm testing it, I will say a little bit about what I'm planning on doing with this channel. Um, it's been about 2 years, I think, since I posted an anti MLM video. And although I have not been so active posting. My views remain unchanged. I have just progressed along a healing journey since I've kind of gotten out. That started with me getting out, but has also led to me dealing with addressing a lot of other things going on, happened in my life, lived experience that led me to even be in a group like that. And of course, processing the involvement as well, because it kind of compounded on certain things that I've experienced before. But me making this channel was a huge step in my healing. And I really needed to put it out there how I felt about things, what my stance was. I needed to clarify with my network and my people what my take was, what my mission was. And speaking out, and that is to help some other people kind of process what they went through. When I first got out, I was consuming a ton of anti-MLM content. When I started making it, I stopped consuming so much. And I really haven't watched a ton in a while. Sometimes there'll be a video that pops up that I'm interested in, but part of this journey has been me realizing I can't be chronically online. I can't be watching too much of this all the time or being caught up in what's happening in the world of MLMs, reporting on active companies, new announcements, things that are going on, what are leaders doing. I'm saying all this because that is what a lot of anti-MLM content that I watched was. My videos were kind of similar. I did some, reaction things and response videos. A lot of it was processing why I got in, things that stood out to me, things that I didn't realize were red flags that actually were. And I want to continue to, still work towards awareness around this and helping people recover from being taken advantage of in this context, but also others. So all that to say, I am going to continue or start posting again, but the direction of the channel may be a little bit different. I have realized that being a part of this, understanding commercial cults, understanding my history with complex trauma and how being in a high control group can make that worse or compound it. I have realized that I do want to work in the trauma recovery spaces and in cult recovery spaces. And that includes MLMs, that includes frauds, scams, other types of cults, even, family dynamics that can be manipulative or coercive. So I do want to continue posting on this channel, but I won't be responding in real time to things that are going on in the MLM world. Rather, I would like to be able to create some content that's a little different than something that I've seen out there. And I'd like that to be more about what I'm learning on my journey as I do go back to school or as I am working through my own things or books that I read and how they relate to MLMs, high control groups, and some of the tactics that are used. I do want to help other people work on their own recovery. So, questions that come up, there's an amazing support group that Brandy runs called Flipping the Pyramid, that is specifically for commercial cult survivors. And there's a lot of topics that come up there that I feel like would be helpful to discuss that could help people who are processing their experience as well. So I'm going to be kind of focusing more on that educational component. Of course, also talking about tactics used, but again, not responding in real time. I don't really want to do too many more of, the video reviews, sitting there watching someone else's content. And so that's kind of my vision. It is going to change a little bit. This has always been about me speaking up, finding my voice, saying things and saying them in a way that feels authentic to me. So I will be playing around with lives or maybe not doing so much pre-recorded stuff. Maybe that's easier. So I'll be testing that out for sure. But I just wanted to jump on here and kind of test out live, and then also kind of address where I've been and what's been going on. A lot has been going on. But as far as creating content goes, I think the big takeaway for me was that I couldn't, like, it's not good for my mental health for me to be on so much, even creating content. I love creating content, but I can't do it every single day. I'm not that person that's going to be posting or on live all the time. I can't do it. It's not good for me. But also keeping up with the people that are stuck in that world was also not good for me. So that's kind of where I've been. I took a step back. There are people that are in these groups that I'd like to address though. So I will also probably continue to talk about how to evaluate groups that we do find ourselves in, and how to know what's going on, how to, make sure that you maintain your autonomy and, your locus of control, and you're taking care of yourself, even if you find a group that is very meaningful. And so those are kind of the topics and the directions that I want to go. I do have to hop off here. So this is just going to be a quick little test, but hopefully I'll be on here soon.